Distance lives in these stolen moments, miles from the heart. 6 weeks are more than empty. 6 weeks is so much time. Every second turns going nowhere. Do you know what you might find? Inside 6 weeks complicate my life no more than the day we walk through the door. Holding hands and side by side, you took me for a ride. Roller coaster up and down no more. If I don't breathe, I am gonna drown. I just can't sleep at night. Every night I toss and turn, feel the heat and feel the burn. It's enough to make me turn inside. I held your hand sweet.